Wow, that punch. Listen to that. Go for it, approaching Nirvana. We'll just bring that down to a chit-chattable volume and all that sort of goodness. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Glad you're enjoying the dance emote. That was a well pick. I saw that on a Discord server and took a chance that it was a better Twitch TV emote. Parker in here. Good sir, good sir. So yeah, I had to steal it. There we go. They look hilarious all separated, but then in the chat, wherever, there it is, the chat, they look kind of cute. So, Besiege is the game of the day. If I could get y'all to confirm something for me right now. Do I sound okay? Well, like, I mean, if I talk kind of quietish, does it, like, you can hear it? Because my noise gate was failing the other day, but I figured out that my mic master volume dropped. Cool, cool. Thanks, guys, thanks. My mic master dropped at the Windows update, so Parker, check your settings as well, because that's bunk. But I'm normally at 80%, and it dropped me to 65, and then the next day, it dropped me to 53. So I've double-checked it a bunch today. Yeah, it's terrible. Like, when you get a major Windows update, the ones that you can't really stall, double-check all your settings. It's terrible. I'm pretty sure I got my webcam to finally kick in. I'm zoomed in like one little notch. What's weird about it as well, Parker, is that it used to happen with Realtek really badly, but after a bit, like, I don't use Realtek anymore. I've got a mixer and all that sort of stuff, so I had no idea, right? Yeah, I didn't have to turn that volume to max for this stream. That was my, like, so for quite a while I was going with quiet, because if you're a really, really loud streamer, then you can scare the bejesus out of people if they don't notice, but everybody was turning me way up to full, like absolute max, and even on my own clips and stuff. So I gotta watch that if I turn and talk directly into the mic too much, I'm like super loud, and if I get too close to it, right? So, you know, I try to make sure I talk this way to you folks so that it's not quite as... In any of my tests, if I just shout at the mic, then, you know. But I've got a compressor, so hopefully that's doing its job when it needs to. Perfect moment right in the middle of the song, too. So welcome, everybody. How's everybody's Tuesday? How's everybody's see you next Tuesday? Is it good? You guys having the best? You guys having the best? We're gonna launch some Besiege and find out what this game kind of has going for it. I don't know if I can start my progress over again. Because I started a game before. We might just be able to run through all the early levels anyway, even though I've passed them. I think that's the nice thing about this title. Also, oh, it's got nice music of its own. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, and then I turned my cam off last time because we played BioShock and we won. So my cam was off for a bunch of that. Good times, everybody, good times. And we'll check, of course, volume. Make sure that the besieging isn't too loud. But hey, first stream that we haven't had anything major to troubleshoot. Big horrible that this game, so you're stoked to watch. Okay, cool stuff. You're probably going to see some shenanigans. I've passed the first 7 levels and that's it. And I did some of them in very stupid ways. So we're going to find out what we got going on today. So I've only, of course, done Ipsilon. Really pretty UI, though. If you think about it, this is kind of Katamari in HD. I'm not exactly the best on physics, but I guess I've conquered up to the 8th zone. But I figured for the purposes of stream, we're going to check out... wow, a Category 1 hurricane that hit this morning, then just stormed all day. We got a Cat 3 coming late tomorrow night. What? Oh, I'm thankfully just inland enough that I don't think in my time we've seen a hurricane proper come in. We've seen the... like, what would be the aftermath, the twisters and tornadoes that are created from the dispersal of, but oh, bejesus. They go up to Category 5, though, right? So 3's like, 50%? Wow. You worked in the hurricane today. Wow. Wow. Like, I'm in a valley surrounded in the Great Lakes, so, we get some really weird weather here. And there's a street that's mostly business, like buildings, and walking down that street on a windy day is terrible. It's really funny. Music-wise, how's the tunes going on in the game? That sounds really quiet, but I'm unsure if it needs to be upped. This is like the lowest lo-fi. It's like chimes and stuff. Grandparents are coming to stay with parents for a bit because of the storms. Ooh, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I guess your country is big enough and you get a lot of different weather zones that you can kind of like hopefully relocate with family. Well, like when Florida is unbearable for 6 weeks, you can come up north. Yeah, I was thinking that the music was super quiet. Let's go see. Sound. Let's maybe up this a little bit. We'll put these to like... we'll maybe have more music volume. Music is on. We'll have more music volume than master. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a bit better. Guys, let's blow stuff up to some really cool music today. Ipsilon, which one are you? There we go. If it is loud, of course. If it is loud, let me know. Let's go blow stuff up. Yeah, here it's mostly like, of course, the winters are just terrible up here in Canada. So like several years that army has to come in and help or crap like that. So you know. All right, well let's make stuff that blows stuff up, and it's got like the how to build or whatever. But you know, I'm good with it. Oh no. And I should see if I have X somewhere on here. Is that one X? I have X bound. Oh, because I'm very floppy on that part of it. I guess we got to raise you up a little tiny bit. Glad they're gonna be safe. We bought all the lighter patio furniture and already. Oh no. Yes, indeed. Keep your furniture intact. Someone above me, 20-something floors above me, their patio furniture, the glass kind, I think fell over. And for like 2 or 3 years, we'd find giant pieces of glass pretty much all over. There we go. Well, I mean, it's simple, but it'll get the job done, right? I like building something that's like wickedly over the top of the job. This thing can't even turn. Let's go destroy some shade. Oh, okay, there we go. We beached it. We're good. If the Cat 3 stays on its path right now, we should only get some wind and rain, but nothing terrible. Nice, 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 nice. So you were down here for Katrina and our house. Oh. If you don't mind saying state-wise, whereabouts are you? Like, because... Well, I'm at least just southern enough in Canada that I don't have to worry too much about it. This guy will probably work for this one too. Get... Oh, no, no, no. He doesn't get to go up. Maybe? Oh. Sometimes you can just get them to like... Oh, there we go. To careen right up the rock there. Oh, we might have to put large wheels on it. Yeah, the flood sounds terrible. Did you lose, like, stuff? My parents had a flood in their basement, and the insurance company was really good at replacing most of it, but there was a lot of good heirloom crap that my folks just had to say bye to. Destroy. Click some sides here. We're gonna make this like crazy contraption instead. I like doing the very simple, and then eventually they're gonna be like, no, 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 you have to do stuff that's really tough. Ah, okay. Less than 5 miles from the ocean. Oh yeah. And you lost everything? Oh boy. Yeah, my folks had, it was a single level on the main, like there was no second floor, but there was a basement. And the bedroom and, like, most living area and all this sort of stuff was in the basement. The entire upstairs was mostly just, like, I almost want to call it flare. So, oh, jeez. I wonder if we can just poke with this. Do you think that'll do? Do you think this counts? That didn't count. Yeah, that is, wow. We're supposed to only concerned about the wind, so we put everything on the floor and we lost it all. Wait, your PC had fish in it? That's, wow. That's, wow. I can't even imagine that. When I was a kid, I was in a townhouse complex where my cousin lived. And a twister picked up a massive tree and literally chucked it 2 doors down from us. And it just went right through the entire second floor. Everybody was, of course, in the basement. But yeah, side cover have come off and they got in. Oh. Were you able to keep them? Just checking. Bright side? Oh, diggity. Yeah, like, we get the soul-crushing cold, but we don't have anything that's going to be quite that level. So let's give this thing maybe a... tail. There's a counterweight somewhere? Yeah, there is. Let's give this thing some counterweights. And then we're gonna... Oh, this thing's gonna be so ugly and I love it. I make the worst best of these things. We just need something to kind of poke the thing right in the face. What do you think? Can we do it? Oh, beautiful. I pretty much just tied a bunch of chopsticks together and poked at it till it fell over. That's kind of okay. That's kind of okay. Just tossed the whole thing. Wasn't even worth trying. It was salt water. I knew a whole bunch of people in both the shrimp and the tarantula hobby that had to deal with storms. There was one dude that showed off his shrimp tanks, and we're talking 5 gallons, just the little tiny 5-gallon tanks and the 2.5-gallon tanks, because shrimp don't need a great deal of space as long as their water is kind of consistent. And so he even had a system where one filter would suck water out of this tank and send it, the new water, into that tank, then into that tank, then and it would just be like 12 of them in a row, and then it would loop back. So, like, The whole place was just wired up, and he had like over 180 tanks. Starting at the front door, he did a tour showing what will go if a hurricane comes through his front door. So like it was just nuts. And some people had built an entire specific room in their house for their spiders. That's not exactly what you're looking to have get picked up and tossed. Oh, this level. I actually had to build something that steered for this level. We have to make it to the insignia. So this is gonna be let's see here. Yeah, we'll use just like we'll make it a small thing here. Try maybe like, yeah, there we go. So you use the little steering hinge, and then you put your motor wheels on these. And then you go back over here to locomotion, and you get a large unpowered wheel, and you drop these guys on here. Boosh. And then now I've got steering. And that's kind of okay. And if I really want to cheese this, you can go kind of around all the sheet for the most part. Because, like, I just have to survive. Which, F's in the chat. This is why you use the large wheels, but, I got all kinds of stuck. Alright, let's try a different way. Can we not get stuck on that? Alright, I think I have to raise the guy up. Massive F's in the chat. Something I would never wish on anyone outside for it was that a ranch hand. Oh, you were a ranch hand at the time, and the little barn got destroyed, the big barn, the roof got ripped off. I can pick. This almost sounds like movie plot. This like bad movie plot, but holy given her. The roof of the house you were staying in, the ranch roof caved in and came off. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No need to revisit that if you don't have to. Do we try maybe? Let's try just putting like a single tourney out the front. Do you think maybe we can do that, and then we can go in and put rotate on this there, and then like, oh no, we'll keep the little guys, I guess. Now let's try putting our motor wheels on here. Right? So now, there. We'll just try to avoid the column thingies. And those things. And we're off. Wildcats! Oh, that is nutso. Alright, that zone's done. We get to do the fun ones next. These guys perpetually fire arrows at you. So you need to do things to stop that, and you have to destroy the house behind them. So the best thing to do is keep what you've got. Oh no, yeah, you go here. Right? And then you go over to the armor section, and you just, like, armor the crap out of yourself. Right? Oh, that's not what we want. How are you tonight, Wildcat? We're talking about storm fronts and things that have happened in our days. Can I go there and there, do you think? Oh, lit! Yes. That is okay. Sure. I don't know if that's enough, but we'll try. You F'd your keyboard. I'm not going to suggest that was a good idea. How did you F your keyboard? Alright, let's see what we can do here, peeps. I want to change maybe the movement, because I have to use the arrow keys. Boosh! Oh, that's right. We have two things that we have to do. And they got the front half. Can we turn and go around? Kind of. Kind of. Can we get up there? Can we get up there? Alright, that definitely isn't going to work. Probably need to build something a little more robust. Now it doesn't have a space bar, a V, C, or a B. Oh, jeez. Was that rage damage? Or were you trying to clean it? Just curious. I once cleaned a keyboard. I was at co-op somewhere, and the keyboard was utterly filthy. So I put all the keys into a bottle and put a tiny bit of soap and just shook the bejesus out of it. And it took so long to clean all of the water and dirt out from the keys and put it back together that an $8 keyboard would have been way cheaper. I feel terrible, but like my keyboard, because I don't really use most of the key. This thing is only for chat. I don't game with this thing. So if we come down, you can actually see that some of my keys are not nice, right? But those are the ones I never use. Like the enter key looks fine. You know, the keys that I actually touched, they're great. But I have no idea how to properly clean these sorts of things, right? And essentially breaking them is not the best way. Spacebars are the worst for that, though. Oh, duct tape, what you're talking about with the roots being pulled up on the trees? That's incredible. The way that, because pine trees, the way that the roots go out, they spread. And so it would literally pick up like this. It would literally go like that and then go back into the ground. And that's just amazing. Using a $10 wireless? Yes. Yes. So let's see here. Build surface. Experimental? Whoa. I don't think this was even here last time. Oh, hi. That's kind of neat. So you can make like platforms and stuff. I wonder if I can go out like this. Dudes. Boosh. Yeah, okay. That's not bad. So one of the things that you can do just for fun is you can throw rockets on the top of these things. Can we... Oh, we can only attach them down here. And what's my rotate? I have a rotate button. Not rotate machine, no. How do I... That moves me, that moves me. It's not tab. Shoot. Is there a... Is that translate machine? That moves, that moves, that moves. Symmetry tool, erase blocks. Reset camera. Shoot, I can't remember how I actually... Because there's a way to change the orientation of things. Oh, he will go on the side there. That's essentially what I was trying for. Oh, yeah, that's great. No idea where that's going now. So we don't need you. Shoot, what is my... Options, moving around, cannonballs explode. Okay, cool options. Key bindings? Is that something I can find under options? Controls. Escape to the building. Delete block. Okay. Flip or reverse. Rotate. Oh yeah, okay. F and R. I think we'll change it like that, and we'll see if that works out. So if I grab this guy and we go like that, I should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Rotate is cool. That's all I needed. I needed to know how to rotate. Well, okay, so I could press R. It's not mapped on my speed pad. So yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't think we want this guy, though. I just need to be able to make platforms. That's really cool. The ground... I suppose we need something to be able to lift it up and drive forward and destroy the thingers at the, like the archers at the front. And then we can just kind of go from there. Make something simple anyway. Yeah, I always have to bind things to 6 and 7 because that's what my speed pad is bound to. I don't even remember what game that was for, but that game... I definitely had to... Probably World of Warcraft, to be honest. It's probably still my World of Warcraft. Oh, is that too much? Okay, let's bring you up. We can always, I guess, put you back on the ground, right? Alright, and then we'll put drive wheels on all around it so that we've got some girth. We can actually do some big time stuff. And then let's get it. Here we go. Weaponry. So these guys are repeating crossbows, but I'm not firing them off just yet. These guys will launch the moment you push the button. So you gotta go like that. That. Oh no, wait. Really? Did you rotate back already? Okay. Hilarious. Cool. And then you know, can roll forward. Can we get in there? Oh, I'm on fire, aren't I? So we'll just go around them. WoW just got real not fun as it went on. Oh, indeed. Indeed. If I could farm Serenite in Sholazar Basin all day, I'd just do that. I love the weird turning wheels that you can put on these things. I don't know if this is going to be tall enough to be able to wreck this guy. Probably not. Hold on. Wait, and back up. Back up. Thank you. Over the things. Yeah, as soon as you get a little bit pivoted on something. There we go. I need to be able to follow with my mouse right now, though. So I want to spin this around. There, if I can climb up the front stairs. Especially once they made it easier to play for everyone. So, yeah, like, I really liked some of the grindiness of the game, and they really took a lot of that away, and with their huge desires to make everything super inclusive. And so I kind of get it. From a marketing standpoint, it makes sense. That was the longest game. That's just great. Well, now you're on Twitter more, because you're looking for the leaks for Fortnite. Oh, do it. And follow the non-North American accounts, Wildcat. Try if you can, because often, like, the Korean or Japanese or Chinese markets will get the dates confused, wrong, anything like that, and accidentally send the wrong stuff out. It's just great. You also get the 4chan links, so you get really, really good at spotting a tasty fake of the game that you really like, where they put out something absolutely juicy and you eat it up and it's nothing. Oh, and the skill trees, duct tape. Did you play back when you could cross-class in Warcraft? When you could be a true arcane mage and stuff like that? Oh, it was good. There was a phase after that, because they kind of messed with all that, but there was a phase after that they did some unique stuff with, like, half the classes. Like, Warlock got the ability to off-tank. Same thing with Hunters. Hunters got really, really good. So yeah, like, when cross-classing was really sweet, but from a balance perspective, I understand why they kind of eventually had to change that. But still, you know, I don't know. I guess maybe a server where you could cross-class, right? I wonder if you can cross-class in WoW Classic. I wish that it had more qual settings. Quality is tough. Quality is one of the worst things. So this machine is just going to get wrecked. These guys, they're kind of afraid of it, but they don't really need to. So I make an absolutely hilarious looking beast in this. Put you on the ground. Can I stack another one? I absolutely can. And then weaponry. Oh, we can't do all the way to the bottom there. Okay. Hold on. Then let's get this guy here. Oop, right. And then we'll go back up to here. Oh, we can't put it all the way to the top. Okay, no big deal. And I might need to raise it up. I think we gotta raise it up. There we go. This will be our beast. Oh, step away to make some tea? I'm enjoying the chai. I make a nice little fun-arsed latte. I had a Reese got talking about tea. Maybe Trex got talking about tea? They got stuck on a Twitter conversation and it was really cute. Alright guys, well, great balls of fire. Back in the day when hunters could dual wield and they took it away and they gave them ranged, and how they give their melee ability back and it's just not the same. Oh, when they went all, yeah, when they went all melee with it. Look at all the people that aren't surviving this. Drank so much tea in the animation lab. Dude, yes. Yes. Was this something that you guys would play in animation lab? Because, like, seriously, this looks hilarious to have been part of to building. Of course, this one doesn't do anything here, but... It's funny because what happens is that the core of this thing burns and falls apart. We are talking WoW. We're talking nice and old school. Oh, I guess actually it doesn't burn so much. We need people to attack it. I thought it fell and fell apart. Probably if I go like this, and then we go. Oh no, they stay attached. Oh, okay, yeah. Because the first time I made this, it literally just scattered out and did awesome things. I don't know if it does anything to these guys. Nope. And that's not going to count to making it, or will it? Do I win if this thing gets in? I miss WoW. Started Guild Wars 2 yesterday. Ooh. I've heard, like, interesting things of Guild Wars 2. Steal and deliver 2 iron ore. I legit don't remember this one. But let's see about making just like a little quick machine. Nothing too major. Yeah, I don't know what would fill the WoW gap for me. Skyrim. I miss old WoW and not new WoW. Yes. I miss WoW of all types. BFA can suck at terrible expansion though. Which one? BFA? Is that the newest? I'm not even down with the acronyms. I used to be living WoWhead. I used to be able to recount any part of it. Oh, I have to grab and move those 2 things. Okay. There is a grabber. I wonder if I can just go grab one of those grabbers. Go like this. And maybe like that. Is it a weapon? No. Is it a utility? Automation? I don't remember where they put that. I know there's a search, but it's fun to also try and just find it. Sensor? Do I sense things? Torch. It's not going to be the bomb, that's for sure. Oh, mechanical. That makes sense. Ooh. Battle for Azeroth, the newest one, is barely as passable as WoW. I kind of want to look up all of the cinematics. There's clearly going to be somebody that has them all available. Oh, and the new Dragon Mounts? That's kind of cool. Mists was quite good. Mists had some of the better writers on team. For sure. They definitely knew what was up. Okay, this thing is not a usual beast. What is with the way that it, like, steers, yeah? That's kind of nice. I don't think I can move stuff, but I think we need to... like maybe, I don't know, put it here. Do you think that works? Jeez. Hey, that's a little bit nicer looking. Let's back you up a little. We gotta get this one first. So that's gotta be taller for sure. My grabber is not nearly big enough. Oh, peace out, Wildcat. Wildcat, enjoy. Hope you get all sorts of good spoilers for what's coming to Fortnite. That's good stuff, man. I follow a bunch of the accounts that are worthwhile for that. Twitter's great. Twitter's fun for that stuff. Doing the 100 mounts challenge when I was playing Mists had 98, and then they picked it up. Now you have to have them bought only one toon account. Oh, so it doesn't... Okay. So one person has to have them. Jeebas. I think we gotta go even taller here. Okay. No big. No big. Let's just make like a super bit. Let's translate you down. And we're gonna put a tall... Oh, that's not what we want. A tall grabby on you. There. And then I guess we'll pull the machine back a little bit. So we can make... like... I don't know how well we're going to grab the other guy. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put another grabber right there. I was kind of floored when I loaded this game up and found that like all the things are just available. Okay, and let's put some counterweights on the back of this thing. Like, I expected that it was going to be gated, right? Like, you have to pass a bunch of the levels in order to be able to do the things. Your main only has 70 mounts on it, and questing to get exalted and everything is so boring. I got, it was the first nerf to the, oh, what's the Night Elf? It's classic WoW, armorless epic mount that you get, and you had to have the exalted rep with the faction, and it was just crazy. Oh, I broke off the little nubbin. Welcome, Trex. We are playing Besiege. I am terrible with physics games. Oh, but can you let that thing go? How does it ungrab? It doesn't ungrab, guys. And now my other grabber has it. Oh, jeez. And my steering platform isn't doing what it's supposed to. Oh, but we killed that dude. Can we drag it? Hold on, can we... Come here, you. Just roll right in... We are winning. I am pro at this game. I am pro. We had to steal iron ore. We're fine. Night Elves have the large cat mounts. Yeah, but then there was a faction of furbolgs that you had to get exalted with. And it's escaping me right now. Do you remember what I'm talking about? The Night Elf kitty that you had to grind to exalted, and it was... No, it was like, what was that, 12 years ago? Oh, easy game, easy clap. Oh yeah, you should see it. You should see it. Oh, are you guys talking, yeah, your grind? Oh, jeez. Level 80 Thief and Master of PvP. I didn't do PvP really in World of Warcraft. That's another thing I missed out on. PvP and raiding, but it wasn't something I was all that interested in. What, do you think this thing can do it? Get wrecked! Get wrecked! Get wrecked! Oh, it's gonna win, isn't it? Oh, 80 boost? Whoa. I had a bunch of boosty things in Warcraft, and I just didn't use them. So, if you really want to win levels like this, there's a couple of quick ways that you can do it. Rotate. So one of these rockets is probably going to hit that. Eventually. See, so close. I want to see what the raids were like in Guild Wars 2, but also scared. Oh, jeez. Yes, Rocket Man, indeed. How are you today, Trax? How are you? How's it going, man? Okay. So one of those will blow up when it's near, but you can also... We can also plan a little bit better for it. I kind of like this building platform thing. Where was I that it had that? There was an experimental card that I could use. Yes, this thing. How do I undo that? No? Okay. Whoa, what is that? That makes for an ugly shaped thing. Okay, hold on. Here we go. And then we'll do the same out this way. And out this way. That looks hilarious. And it's also a little bit big on one side here. Hold on. We're going to build a raft. I find ways to turn games into other games. So then you put weaponry on the back of this. Oh, they'll only go that way? Hold on. There we go. Just need a shark head indeed. Alright, so I was hoping that it would actually, like, sit, but these things, I don't know how to anchor them. I still don't. They just go floppy, and I think it's really funny. Bye-bye, sheep. The platform of death. I do wonder, can we... Let's nix these guys. Can we put little stubs wherever we want up here? Okay, I don't know what the platform is then for. I sort of think that you could do... It does say experimental in the shtick. But I wonder... Yeah, it's under armor. Right? So you'd like... We're totally gonna build a raft, guys. Right? Oh, hilarious. And I can even put, like... I don't know, where am I gonna put my grill, everybody? And then, like, the thing would just flop around. I've seen some of the constructs you can make in this game. Just, like, from screenshots and whatever. Kind of wanted that to just blow up my own. I think kind of watching the rockets do their thing is enough. That's classic entertainment. All right, he's a certain height. So I probably need to either throw an object at it. So if that's the case, let's drop it to the ground. And we'll just make like a little platform and we'll see if we can get it to throw. Right? This way it's got some stability to it. And we can throw. Well, so that thing shoots at you. I guess it doesn't shoot at when you're this far away. And my job is to destroy it. So I have to be able to get close enough to it in order to be able to do some damage. And so... the idea is that we have to be able to hit it with something big enough. So, okay. That guy right there will spin. That's not bad. So then you go back into here, and you go... That. Boosh. Right? That's not bad. So then you put... Let's move the whole guy forward. Probably from here. There, see, it shoots at me. So let's move it back a little tiny bit. Gold. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Somewhere in here, there's the bomb. Where's my grabber? Grabber's under, oddly, armor? I don't really know why. So then we'll drop a bomb in there. Now, this is dangerous. So, you need to have an additional bit, like here. Two of these guys. And one in the middle. And then you'll get to go a little bit further. So... Actually, let's make you a titch taller. Spin you around. Whoa, come here. There we go. We'll use a couple of 2s up here. And a 1 in the middle. Getting closer. Now we just have to move it. That's not too bad. I don't know if there's a way to have that on a Switch. There should be. For that matter, can we put 2 bombs on this? No. Okay. I was really hoping. Pipe, 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 pipe. We might make this a bit longer too. Hold on. Like it's already snapping off at the end, which is really funny. Can we do 2 of them? Oh, but if we do that, we're a little too close to the edge. Okay. And then we can maybe extend it. That's the bomb. Where's our good guy? There we go. Holder. It's got a holder in here. Oh, jeebus. Okay. We get it right to the foot of the thing, though. Science class, but better. This is like... So... Turns out it's not an official quote of the Mythbusters guy, but the difference between science and screwing around is writing it down. It was actually said by their camera dude. It's one of my favorite quotes. Oh, which side is it? Flight? Okay, yeah. Now, we also drop a couple of balls far end. I wonder, there's also a brace. I wonder if I can... Is that you here to there? Okay. And I'm curious if this will strengthen it. That's not bad. Now it breaks off at this end. I reject your reality and substitute my own. I like that too. If we maybe strengthen a few of these. Hoping. There. Oh, yes. Oh, it's all sorts of fortified and crap now, guys. That is gold. So now it's gonna fire off the moment that we right? Or the moment that we go. And it doesn't quite go far enough. So I don't know if... I don't think we can roll this guy forward and have it... And then he can hit me. Oh, no, no. Okay, we can actually start from here. This is alright. So then let's bring us up as high as it'll let us. Yeah, okay. Put some legs on it. This is probably going to flip right upside down when we do it, but... Done. Done. Let's do that again. They hit me anyway, and so the whole machine goes to hell, but still. Conquered. Screw it, I'm going to watch Mythbusters tonight. You guys got me in the mood. That's amazing. Go for some of the, like, the extreme eps if you can. There's some pretty good ones. There's one, actually, that I really enjoy because they spend the entire time and money on it, and they use the wrong materials, but they're trying to figure out if a bird hits a cockpit, you know, what are the damages and all that sort of stuff. We got you in the mood all right. We're throwing balls. And this one's going to be nice and easy too. Oh, but just in case, maybe we built something that's a bit better. But they find out that they used non-tempered glass for the whole thing. And of course, tempered glass is ridiculous. It's the closest you get to bulletproof for a commercial grade product. So yeah, we only have to destroy 40%, so for the most part. That one was fairly easy after we had the one. What? But like, you can also do... Hold on. Oh, we got you in the mood, alright. So, we might as well go big or go home. The ultimate machine. And then you fire off. So these are all zones that I've cleared, so I kind of have an idea for the thing, but ooh. Oh, wait a minute. This might be the first one I have not. Destroy 90% of everything. Knights, tents, and cannons. Oh, there's cannons. Is it a true siege weapon if it doesn't have rockets? Wow, what did we get to? Not bad, not bad. That's a good amount. Things are still dying. Oh, partly me. Oh, yeah, whole sections of that didn't stand up to the bracing. That starts to fall apart pretty quick. Ooh, hey. Sorry there, Ladislaus. You did not make it. Curious. Yeah, we get about the same. Now, if we just let that go, and then fire those off, they just literally go anywhere they feel like it. That's kind of amazing. We need something to be able to take out those guys. The cannons are a bit much. So, let's get some bracing in here. Because we should do what we can to try to survive. So let's brace this guy up so that he does not quite fall apart. There we go. Let's also go into the armor category. Oh, yes. Heat and pierce resistance. This doesn't go on anything, though. Oh, way up here. That's it. A little bit down here. No? Oh, we're too far to the front. Let's back it up, people. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to go with not rockets. Okay, we'll go with a few rockets. But we're going to go with... This looks hilarious. Yeah, this is amazing. Perfect. Perfect. And then under weaponry, we're going to start with some crossbows, because I wouldn't mind seeing if they do stuff. And press C to fire. Oh, wow. I'm still firing. I'm still firing. We didn't get nearly as many this time. Those rockets do great stuff. I'm not just sure how to automatically take out... I suppose we should be getting into the automation stuff. There's probably maybe some sort of a sensor. Observes area in front of it. Emulate C on obstruction. We're going to get into technical stuff. I also smell a pull for what we're playing tomorrow night. I wonder, can we replace at least this guy with a flaming ball? Ooh, we can't. Maybe we need to make our own thing that is capable of... Oh, whoa. That is ugly. Yeah, that's what wood looks like in the real world. I also can't do grids. Wow. Okay, I'm making just some fantastically ugly looking things here. We're gonna go 3 by 3. Oh, it won't actually go all the way out there. This makes interesting bits. But there. We should be able to maybe throw some fireballs. And see what we can do about some fireballs. We're going to try, like... that. We're going to make a little patio for our fireballs. I think this should probably be okay. Hey, if they're not going to give me a basket, I'm going to make my own. And then over to weaponry. And can we get a bunch of them up here? F's in the chat. We can't get any of them up here. How do you can't mount stuff on that? It's very experimental. Human-sized fly swatter. Well, like, I'm thinking that, like, look at that thing, right? You'd be able to launch all kinds of nonsense with that. What about, can I just drop bombs up here? I don't know what this thing's for. Like there. But that's not what I was going for, right? To be fair, there's an alright chance that's what I was going for. Are we winning? Pieces of my stuff is still killing people. Also, we still have heart. Get closer, buddies. Get closer. That thing might be dangerous. Can you poke it with your halberds and stuff? No? Okay, never mind. Seriously. We just threw the flies water at them. Okay, maybe we get rid of a lot of the bracing and we choose to throw half of a siege weapon at them. That's not two shabs. Alright, we're no longer armored. Also, doing all of this with the bomb avatar is kind of funny. Oh, and I'm getting rid of not the bracing. Bracing's a bit of an interesting one. Yeah, it's getting rid of bits underneath it instead. And then now we go on into here. And we hope we can put some of this nonsense back. Okay. Yes. Okay. No, I'm not 100% sure now. What would I want to... Oh, wow. So... where is it? It's not even able to throw it that far now. I think probably... I like the platform, but I think probably it would do a lot better if it was just a whole bunch of these. Right? Because then I can possibly just stack a bunch of these guys on here. That was okay. Right? Now we're getting somewhere better. That was the closest we've come. So how's it going, guys? We're just going to stand here and let everybody walk into the flaming balls of going to kill my opposition. Oh, whoa. Well, this thing continues. I should just make a bunch of grinders and let them run around. So at this point, yes to the human-sized fly swatter that is clearly able to toss gigantic balls. Let's do way more of this. This is hilarious. Like, I hope you guys are as entertained by me, because this is trying to figure out what may or may not be able to throw past is just too fun. So now I'm thinking, so that's going to be a nice wide amount, but there's no way that's going to go without a fight. So we have to put another one of these here. There. Now it's at least connected on both sides. I think we need to go back with the bracing, though. There. Just to make sure that some parts of it survives. Okay. Alright, that's definitely not strong enough. Bracing. It's all about the bracing. Which in my testing, you can't just go one and all the way along. You have to go each and every rivet, otherwise it's literally like it's the 1st and 7th connected and the wood in the middle just buckles and bows, and it's really fun looking. Up towards, and then around this way, we'll see. Even try to get the underbuckling. Yes. Brace for impact. Now, how much more do we need? All of it. So it breaks here, does it? I don't think that one is strong enough to lift it. We're gonna maybe nix just one of these on each side. Ooh. We're gonna nix. Okay. So probably. Ooh. We went way too big then. Okay, we went way too big. Alright. So let's try backing this off. And maybe. Oh! Oh, it's breaking regardless. Hold on, hold on. The bracing is too strong, I bet. It adds so much weight to it that you can't do it. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of the bracing. It's a tough one. It's tough to actually click on it. I'm trying not to click on important pieces as we do this. Okay. That should be alright. And then now we can add in these guys again. Let's at least play test this part of it. Boosh. Throws it right over, too. Then probably as well, let's extend out the legs. Like, it's gotta survive, right? It's gotta actually make it. You can't siege if you can't siege. Okay. I don't know if there's a stronger one of these guys, like an automation. Where is it? Here we go. No. Mechanical? Yeah. Like there's hinges and ball joints, and I'm just using the spinning block. I'm not really sure what else is really required to... Things like springs, simple rope, and winch. Like this right here, this is what makes the true catapult. Rayback in the chat. Welcome. We're trying to blow stuff up. Okay, let's then also... Let's back off one of these. Because that seems a little bit better. Oh, I'd be willing to bet we need to brace it up over here. Ah. That does some goodness. Ah, okay. Yeah, let's brace this all the way around. That's it. That's it right there. We probably had a lot more bracing on all of this stuff. Like we noticed, it adds heft to it, but we don't really need the heft on... How are you today, Rayback? How's it going? Looky. Okay, so now... Let's bulk up this side, because I notice... Yeah, it hits here and there. Awesome. Okay. Weapons time. Let's fill this thing up with fireballs and go for it. We'll try 8. Amazing. Alright, the siege weapon's dead. That's cool. That's cool. Mostly lazy day? Ooh. I want to subscribe to that magazine. I don't get lazy days, so I just want to read about it. That is awesome. We didn't get nearly as many that go. What about mounting some rockets, right? I mean, when in doubt, mount rockets. Oh, I even have... I forgot that we have, crossbows. We should do something with the, crossbows. We'll put a couple on this side facing. You guys ready for the what is this gonna do? Alright, that got us way higher as a good start. A couple of those rockets legit just went into the sun. And if those guys get nice and close enough to the burning, flaming bits, then we do okay. We're not making it into the camp. So I wonder if we should have... Curious about... We took down one of the cannons. We end up just burning in a pile. Also, if the music is a little too lo-fi, we can always kill the tunes, throw some Pretzel Rocks back on. I'm using my crossbow too. Trying to use my crossbow. Using my crossbow. Oh, hey, we're using my crossbow. Dude, there we go. We needed to be using my crossbow. I vote that Hedge sings what he's doing instead. We're throwing some balls. Throwing some flaming balls. What do you think? Let me just go make sure that I'm by myself. Yeah, I think it's just me here. Throwing some flaming balls. Alright, so the first official map that we hadn't seen took a long time. That's awesome. Hype in the chat. What are they going to make us do next? Oh. We got to destroy the giant harp thingy. I say we just hit the giver button, but still. Did we make it? Thing's like its own 4th of July. It's fantastic. Hype in the chat. Okay, so this thing clearly does not go far enough. Let's maybe nix the fireballs, and we'll shoot for lightweight. Oh, maybe also not as many rockets. Okay. Yep. Incoming. We're going to fire a really big projectile, and we're going to see if we can... As far as it goes? Okay, hold on. I tried something when I was doing this once before. I want to see if I can do... This is gonna look really ugly, but it looks hilarious in practice. But if you put it way down here, then I think we can chuck it slightly further. Where is it? It's under armor. Gotta get out my balls holder. And then we throw a bomb in there. Boom. We're doing great. Look at that fizz. Okay, we gotta try that again, though, because that looked really cool. Oh, there was also rockets we didn't hit. There we go. if we also do the rockets. So yeah, like the hand outstretched is fine, but the lowered hand outstretched is like the way better way to grab a ball and toss it. Let's do. That zone was fine. That zone was fine. Destroy 50% of tower. Well, I think we just need to go like this. See, like a minute 49 for some of these. I think they maybe needed to scatter what your guy does. Oh, I'm not even hitting them. That's really funny. But they're gonna probably destroy that. There it goes. That's really funny. I'm like auto shooting right beside these two dudes. That's amazing. So yeah, if they staggered up what you needed to do, steal and deliver one wood pile. I'm definitely not going to be able to do that with this. Oh, it's got to have... Okay, that's not bad. Did that count? How about that? How about that? I blew up a wood pile. So yeah, you already have to destroy this machine and start from scratch. The grabbers are interesting, but I don't know if I have to also... They are definitely not the best. They were hired for their ability to stand there, not their ability to attack me. So it has to have wheels. I have to be able to move my grabber, I think. I'm not 100%. Guidebook. We don't need no guidebook. We are gonna build our monstrosity that turns, because we only know how to make one of those. And I guess the same one that we used for the ore. We'll try that. Really good. I like the large unpowered wheels for the back, the giant wagon wheel looking things. Alright, so from here, right, that's not bad. So let's sleep, at least go places. I want a hug! My siege machine just wants a hug. Okay, that's not too bad. Getting the wood picked up. I think that eventually you're going to have to get really into some of the mechanicals. Tension? Like decoupler. What does a decoupler do? So when you hit J, it... Oh, Jesus. It does that. Boosh! I'm curious. What happens if we mount a rocket on top of that? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the J button. I mispushed. Boosh. Like, that just adds a whole new level of chaos to things. Anyway. I don't know what to do with a decoupler. That's really interesting. But we want to put this one actually over here so we get a bit more range in what we're doing. Right? Because I can get over here to pick the thingy up. That's not the problem. So let's maybe, you go like this. And then you can go like this. Let's put the thing on the ground and back it up a bit. And then we'll toss on a grabber, right? No big deal. As long as you know where they put them. Not in there. It's not in there. It's not in there. Mechanics. Grabber. Oh, Sage. Welcome. Welcome and welcome. We're besieging. Doink. No? Is that not... Oh, there we go. So, we've now grabbed. Can I get up the other side? Yeah, not at all. Not at all. So... I wonder, like, I don't know if there's switches. Oh, I can't even drive now. So I'm not just sure what I need to do These guys, because they turn when I turn, I think if I had more than one, they would all go at the same time. So, like, for example, if we were to do this, and then put 2 of these up like this, right? They turn because the other ones turn. So, I don't have independent control over what they do. Because, like, I'd put one here, but I can't control it separately. Right? So, I suppose, under mechanical, I should find out more about what stuff like hinges and ball joints do. Swivel joint. Like, we kind of just need to add a whole bunch of these sorts of things onto here. And when you mouse over them, if they don't say anything, then they just do what they do. But like pistons, you can press H to extend. Right? So like, this thing's doing nothing but H. Right? So, okay. Can we stack pistons onto each other? That's okay. Alright. Guys, this is gonna be a pistons thing. So we can go like this, and then we can go like this. And then we can go like out like this, I guess. Yeah, we might as well do a lot of the pistons here. Right? And then that way I can, like, pick things up. It got it very excited. Oh, that is amazing. It's also on my steering side, so I don't know. I guess that's what I want. Braces. As soon as we know what we're after, we're going to do lots and lots of braces. So then now, if I do this, and then put a grabby on here, I'm curious if I can... No, I need to be able to move that guy separately, I think. But I can put grabby guy down here. Right. This game is too funny. This is the game of, huh? 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 That's it. That's it. Like, it's amazing. Will this work? Eventually we're gonna have to make, like, a mech. You just know it. Solomon's flock on the Isle of Ipsilon, and I have to kill 80% of the sheep. Alright. We're gonna make a murder machine, because it's been a lot of fun. This has been great. But we're now just gonna build a ridiculous murder machine. And I can't believe we didn't build one of these before. So, we need to go... We need to make it about kind of as wide and as we can. Maybe like this. Mighty machine. There. So now it's got a good base to it. Let's put... Oh, actually, let's put some steeries up at the top. Can I do... Yeah, and we'll move this guy out of the way. We'll put some steery guys up here. Murder machine coming in. So I've wanted to build something that looks like this for a bit. And so now we'll go over to my wagon wheels because they're nice. Now we'll put it down on the ground. And verify that I can actually drive with it. Alright. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Not steering. No. No. Okay. So under mechanical, there's our spinning block. Let's get one up from it. Is that going to be too high? Yeah, I think it is. We'll try it anyway, though. Mechanical for a spinning block. Beautiful. And then let's get some logs out from it. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but I want to see if we can just get a helicopter of doom. Now we might actually need to make the base complex or compact, because like it can't quite touch them. It can't quite touch them. So now that we know that we've at least got that part working, yeah. To be fair, okay. I think we needed the base of this guy to be a little bit smaller. I wish you could move stuff. Can you like pick stuff up and just move it? I don't think so. Oh, and I've never tried the symmetry tool, guys. Let's try this. Let's go symmetry. Select a block type like this symmetry pivot. Let's do that whole thing, but in 2. Can we? How do you symmetry? Because like we just need it to be like a small little tight knit base so that it's able to drive around and do stuff. Oh, actually, yeah. Hold on. We'll get our 2 steery guys. That'll be our entire base. That'll be the whole thing. Oh, jeebus. I'm terrible at design. Are you guys finding that out? We'll go outward then. It's a little too close. I usually make like my little fun siege vehicles that have the turny guys on the inside. I like those, but go move these guys with that. Will this guy be okay? Will we be able to turn? Put you on the ground. If we fortify it, yes. Oh, it doesn't like that at all. Alright. Oh, wow. And then they literally, like, they quite actually flock to it. Okay. Okay. Let's do the fun part. Let's get the spinny block in place. Let's put the single block on top of it. And then let's put it outward from here. Is that going to be enough? Okay, good. Good, good, good. That already looks amazing. That already looks amazing. Alright, and so from the top... Yes! Okay, it's going to grind it into a friggin' pulp, and I don't care. That's awesome. So then... Can we go one more out? Yes. Because then we go one more down. You guys are loving it. What sort of crazy murder mayhem machine are we getting to build today? Now this is going to make it all super heavy, and I don't know if it's going to survive the spinning process with it so heavy. But 3 of them? Yeah, okay. So it'll work with 4 of them. It's not just going to fall apart. And then we go back down to weapons, and we add saw blades. Here? Are they still too tall? They're still too tall. They're taking shelter. Oh, my machine is just flying apart. That is amazing. I think I'm still steering it, though. Oh, I was steering it. Now, those blades are still going, so it's actually still doing its job, of course. Oh, and I'm actually controlling that wheel. The one that's kind of half under. Oh, wow. Alright, let's fortify the base. I think we need these wheels to go a little further out. Yeah, these guys needed to come out at least a little tiny bit. They didn't quite have the radius for turning. So we'll see if that's a little tiny bit better. But they were actually getting stuck on the part of the base that's probably not supposed to wreck my stuff. What about fortifying? Discovering that there's fortifications was kind of awesome. And I also love that it adds to the heft of the vehicle. Can you go down from here? No, you can't. Beautiful. No, that's okay. We can salvage this. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. Okay, yeah, that's going to fall apart back there. Oh, yes. It makes for a very heavy machine, but I think that's the point. Yeah. There's our murder machine, people. We only have to kill 80%. Half of them are just over here. Right? Beautiful. And we good. Oh, that is nice. Yep. I liked this machine. This was a good one. I think maybe the steering mechanism could have been done a little tiny bit better. And probably, if we really wanted to, we could throw all of this on a piston so that we drop the blades down as we go. That could have been okay. Because, like, look at how stable that is, right? Look at how stable that is. It's only when we move that it kind of... Thank you for the GGs. I actually, for a short while, used saw blades as wheels. That was a fun time. That was a fun time. Marksman's Pass. We have to pass through a couple of areas. Okay, there is flight in this game. I don't know if that's what they're goading us into. But it kind of looks like we need to make a really small and agile vehicle to cut through here. So let's see if we can make something just nice and quick. We can get in here. Good job done. 2 of those. 1 on each side. Little Star Trek looking thing we're building here. And then my wagon wheels, because yeah. And let's just go and explore and find out what this place is supposed to be. Well, there goes one of our wheels, Jeebas. Okay, so it is just gonna be, GG. Yeah, zone conquered. I have a feeling the later levels of this are challenging, but we literally failed our way into this. This is brilliant. Next zone. Zone. Destroy 60% of everything. Can we? Oh, I should have saved some of my other siege vehicles. I'm intentionally not. Because I love the chaos that is just, let's make something new. Let's make something new. Like, I wonder if there's a way to get the piston to, like, shoot forward. So you can actually make a siege weapon. Like something that you push up to the castle wall and have it go to town. Because I'm kind of inclined to just throw some rockets on this guy and find out what it does. I like when they mount facing upward. Like, even as this suggestion, where it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I can mount, like, right on the wheels. Do you want me to do that? God, it's like 30%. Nice! I feel like that you might even be able to just create a machine that has these angled out in specific ways, and then that way when you push the button, like, look at how some of them, like, roll off funny. One of them went off underneath my own siege weapon. That's just great. I don't think they're gonna get close enough. I'm thinking we need to do catapult again, though. Catapults or... How did that piston guy work for us again? Under mechanical. Piston was H to extend. So... Because I'm kind of... is there a reverse of that? What I wouldn't mind doing... Oh, decoupler. Yeah, okay. What I'm picturing is I wouldn't mind being able to get a catapult a little bit closer to these guys before letting it go off. And to do that, you'd have to have the whole thing set up and then push a button which would release. And I think that's what the decoupler is for. I also like that we're kind of just figuring this out as we go. So let's build something big. And we'll go with the steeries on the inside again. And we probably need to armor a little tiny bit of this. Okay, there's my nice standard. And now let's see about putting... This side. I also get lost in where all the things are. Spinny block. Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. You needed to be 2. So we do that guy up here. Mechanical? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. We just needed to go a little bit. This doesn't have to be quite as big as the previous one was. But we'll add the second here so that we've got at least a little tiny bit better going on there. We'll put all the braces in a minute. The braces, because they're tough to delete. Is that too far in? Yeah, it is. Because the braces are too hard to remove. Keep them back just for now. The holder under armor throws me for a ginormous loop every time. Anybody else know what happened there? There we go. Yeah, I think that was not too happy. With where my turny wheels are, can I actually put the little guys out front here? Okay, yeah, that should be alright. Okay. And then now, can I put one of those decouplers right underneath mechanical? I don't know how they work. Maybe we should have looked up a few of the constructs to find out what they do. Or maybe... Because, like, I can't rotate them. Yeah, that bomb doesn't want to be stopped. That bomb just wants to go. Sometimes it just wants to go regardless. What am I doing wrong there? Jeebus. Well, our previous siege guy was not too bad. But we only managed to take out 7.5 dudes there. Now, I know we need to do all the bracing. Maybe we'll put a little bit of that in so that it has some strength behind it. We'll see if that's just enough to make it matter. Hey! That was a for sure amount of people that went up that time. Yeah, I want to know more about the items that might help me. Because I definitely don't want a piston. This here, it just basically disconnected something, but I guess I don't know if the two things were connected in the first place. Freezes, blocks in place, press P to release. Wait. No, that didn't do it. Oh, whoa, no. Okay. I was hoping that that actually... There it is. Okay. So, I can probably... Oh no, they're frozen in place. Like, they're fixed in time. I can't see a use for that. Not just yet. But I couldn't move my siege vehicle forward because those blocks were fixed in time. Like if I put one of those here, then yeah, like that guy's stuck. You can even see the stress on the vehicle. Oh. It throws it a lot farther. And then now I can go. That's a little bit interesting. But it doesn't really work. Yeah, I would like it to be pinned to the machine, not pinned to the universe. Alright. I don't mind that from the perspective of what we're doing right now, though. Like, if we fortify this a little tiny bit more. Right. Might be a bit heavy there. But then we can pin that guy down, and then we'll have a little bit more oomph behind it. But like we're not able to get all that close to this. Put you on the ground. Move you way forward. Back into mechanical. Pin. I just want to try this for a sec. Whoosh. Like, that did not too bad. So now if you go into weaponry, put a couple of repeating crossbows on the front. Right, maybe a couple back this way too. What's a siege weapon without rockets? Go. All right chance that this is going to be okay. Oh, except I didn't hit the button fast enough. Hold on. They got right in there. So P. And now I'm shooting crossbows at no one. Maybe. Yeah, I kind of now need the whole thing to go off. Like, I'm still killing a couple of people, but that's a bit sluggish. Yeah, alright, so pinning is not our buddy. Although I really like the idea of a super long toss at that. And then eventually, wow, with flight. I tried a tiny bit of flight just to see what it would be like. It's crazy. Like, altimeter tracks your altitude. I could barely get that thing off the ground. We'll armor it. Half pipe, a plow. Oh, whatever a grip pad is, that could be okay. Oh yeah, and spike ball doesn't work. Spike ball actually goes like this. So I don't think they can be removed. Actually, how did that decoupler thingy look? And can I put a spike ball on top of that? Okay, where was spike ball? That was under armor. Hey, see? Right? That's not too bad. So now hold on. Let's try something weird. That might be best. So I'm actually decoupling and tossing the ball. If I do it too soon, the whole thing goes up. Sent before you were done. Yes, indeed. I do that frequently on Discord anymore. There's enough things that Enter doesn't do it, but on Discord, Enter does. So I'm used to Twitter, I'm used to Twitch. Well, no, I guess Twitch doesn't, but I'm used to like a whole bunch of different places that I can type and be able to hit Enter, and then when I'm done, you hit like, you know, Shift Enter or Send, email, for example. Like, I need to... Ooh, that's a little too soon. That was... Oh, wow. And then there. And then there. Nope, they blew up all my stuff first. That's not too bad. My crossbows are still shooting things. Amazing. I want exploding spike balls. Can we spike ball? They're under armor. No. Let's try. Where are the decouplers? Let's try. Just lob them. That's amazing. I love that. I'm trying to see if I can get it to, like, blow up. Like, yeah, right there. That was what I was going for. That was okay. We're coming for you. I don't know what we can do, but we're, like, I don't even, this thing didn't even need wheels so far. Like, it did not even need wheels. Ooh. Yeah, that ball is not going very far today. There. And then what we can also... No, hold on. Back up. Come to the ground level for me. I'm curious. Oh, yeah, there you go. Come on down. Oh, intersection. All right. And then now we go weaponry. And we'll put a couple of these on just for fun. What was my button for? Was Y to ignite? All right. Nope. There we go. Y to ignite. Oh, those things are going currently straight up. That's not what we're going for. Amazing. Okay, so I wanted to see what they did. But now that I know that they just go straight back. Oh, hilarious. Can we put 2 of them in there? Okay. There they go. Just walking right into them. That's hilarious. Had I known, we would have put these on the spinning machine to death. Note to self. Put these on the spinning machine to death. Oh, and also, those guys can go. And then those guys can go. Yeah, pressing C shoots those things once. My crossbows. They're doing not too badly. Let's try a couple of other things then. The flamethrowers out the top are a little weird. Let's go basic block. And then let's go way out like this. And then let's go... Where's our spinny? I still need to try out... Symmetry mode. I want to know more about how to do that. But in the meantime... Okay. That was a bit much. It was good in practice, though, right? Like, that was probably going to be okay. Let's put one maybe a bit further down, then. We'll go with, like, sticking out here. I swear, this thing didn't really need to have wheels. This thing just needed to be a platform of doom. That's not likely going to be far enough out, is it? When in doubt, move your siege vehicle around a little bit. Spinny block. Whole bunch of flamethrowers. Because, oh, so far, they've almost 100% come flying around one side of this thing. There. Alright. What's the next level of this, then? The flamey spike balls was awesome. I'm kind of in love with the flamethrower now. So let's get another decoupler out the back. And then let's build something for this thing to throw. Is that going to be far enough out? There we go. Let's get 2 spinnies. And then let's put a pair of fire flamethrowers on each end. Oh, hold on. See, they're like... Oh, I'm pointing. They're dancing way off in the distance. I was kind of... Oh, and I guess the rockets can go. I was kind of hoping that we could throw that... And then they... Oh, they're jumping around now. That's amazing. That's amazing. Get a little closer. A little closer to those dudes. Awesome. Got the 2 guys at the other end there. Oh, and then crossbows. Is he gonna come around? Oh, and I suppose we can go places. Okay, we probably need to do a lot more damage to that thing. We got a couple of the guys out here. We're not doing quite as well on the... Oh, and then... There. Crossbow. And those things are all out of fuel. Okay. I think we said it. With this thing needs to not be... Oh, welcome, Naku. Oh, welcome, Naku. Welcome to our fun Arst physics simulator. Where we need to try not to have quite as many things on the front. How is it going? What were you playing tonight? Hold on. I kind of like that this game does... Oh, I'm not even typing correctly. It's Naku. Do. Monster Hunter World, indeed. How was it? I was gonna call it a Decadent Dauntless the other day, just to troll. We are gonna maybe rebuild the base of this guy. We'll lift it up and we're gonna build an okay base. Decadent Dauntless is kind of perfect. That's awesome. That's really cool. Like, is it just well tuned? Is it just a good game? Because I kind of like that idea, you know? Okay, so we're gonna go to the underside of this and we're gonna paint the bottom so that we can put a really nice base on this guy. So welcome, Raiders. We are playing some Besiege tonight with some of the lowest lo-fi. So we are having a boatload of fun. We've created a siege weapon that is pretty good at causing some mayhem. But we sort of need it to do a little tiny bit more for us. So I'm just building some girth for right now. I think actually these things need to be reversed. Down over here. Very well balanced game with a lot to like for different people. That is awesome, Naku. That is awesome. That is super cool. Off of Dauntless itself, I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to be something I was going to like. So it's cool to know folk that do enjoy it. Under the engineering, coupler. No, that's not going to do it. Hold on. Let's put a 2 in. And then my decoupler. I think that should probably do it. And then we'll put a 1. And now at least it has something to attach. And while we're a little bit taller, we might as well make these extra deadly by putting flamethrowers on all sides. Oh. Putting flamethrowers on all sides. You've been in the Monster Hunter scene since 2009? Where in is World? Is it like, I want to say it's the 3rd, just because I'm guessing on the feel of the fact that World is usually not your sequel. It's your threequel or beyond. Okay. So with that, we actually have to make all of this even bigger. With the way that we've got this kind of going. I'm actually gonna make this 2. We're gonna go 2 tall here. We haven't play tested this in a little bit. Let's see what it does. Oh yes! That is awesome. That is awesome. World is like the 5th main title, but there's been way more than 5 in the 4th one that you've played. That sounds cool, man. Okay, yeah. Throwing the flamethrowers, I think, got a bit much. But I think we can still do something like it. Let's still put a coupler back here. Right now, it currently throws that bomb and those spiky balls. So I can go like this, and then there, and it does cool stuff. But the murder machine making, this is a hilarious game, Naku. If you've not played this, this is just fun for it's I won't call it relaxing, but it's definitely a hilarious what am I doing game. So all the fortifications. You've played it, had a blast for a while, yeah. This sort of seemed like your wheelhouse. So I might even fortify those guys just to make sure. Boosh! Right in front of me. Yeah, let's try maybe... Because I'm trying to get a lot of that castle if I can. And then we're up tall enough. So what we can probably do, just for the fact that the guards are hired for their looks. Maybe center you again a little bit. Okay. We're going to throw a couple of the spinny flamethrowers around here. And I'm not sure about the soundtrack still. It's been a little bit. We've been listening to it, but it's super chill. More so than the usual chill that we get. Oh, holy. The couple. That wasn't too bad, and we didn't even manage to hit the castle. Like, that did awesome, because the flamethrowers got to run around and do a lot more of that go. And then I guess we add rockets. The one I made weigh basically a car with swirling saws on it. Oh, have you made a ball with a chain in this? Oh, I've not. A ball on a chain, like so, like it swings around. Oh, because I've seen. Yeah, this guy here, this simple rope. One of the things we figured out to do is you can pin this guy. Am I already on the ground, though? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's put me on the ground so that it doesn't bounce. And then you go like this. And then when you start it, you go, ooh. And then that way, like, when it pins it, it gets to throw. But then you go like that. And then into the castle. And then turn on the flamethrowers. And, like, the whole thing just starts to fall apart. Oh, we might. Those guys are probably not going to survive. Island destroyed. Ball on a chain, you say, hey? I've seen a couple of the things, like, somebody made, like, a mech in the custom mode or whatever. Oh, yes. It only took yourself out to do it. Most of mine have. When I went to, the very first one where you have to just defeat, like, 100 dudes, I made a tall column of flaming balls. And then when it or above any level I could hit. Oh, dude. So then the flaming balls just hit and they roll out. And it took a while, but they eventually kill everything. Ooh. This looks really cool. Ara's Refuge. Whoa. Some machines I've seen are way above any level I could hit. I'm picturing that, like... Ooh, hi there. There's no way that some of the ones that involve mech building and walking and stuff are going to be within my grasp, but we'll see what we can do. I am currently covering myself in, hopefully, less eczema tomorrow. Alright. Let's dive in. Play games like Factorio and it's all logic and planning and this shit escapes you. This is the exact opposite of planning. Ooh, the Duke's Plea. Hey Duke, can I offer you a couple of spiky balls and a flaming bit? Oh, that's not where that was supposed to go. Whoa, I can. I love that they're just now walking my beast forward. The tips of those things are hitting the ground as they go. That's kind of amazing. I think I want to hit the front door of that. Not quite. Oh, I don't... There we go. Collapse. Not quite enough. Probably need... There we go. There, if I fire off the, If I fire off the rockets first, they blew up the tower. We got a little further that way. Yeah, anymore, games that involve a whole lot of planning are not as much in my wheelhouse. Also, to anybody who is experiencing a storm in their real world, I apologize that we're experiencing a storm in this one. Yeah, and the rain in this game is well done. I'm gonna put them on the outside of this thing. There we go. Just more stuff. And then you turn on the flamethrowers and let the thing just burn. It's real ASMR for you? Yes. Especially if you have the right roof for it. Nope, there's no. I was gonna try to hit that guy. Last second before the thing bursts into flames. At this point, kill all knights? That's actually all that it is? But the sign is way over here. So do the trumpety dudes count? There have been days I go sit in your car with the windows slightly down and read when it rains. That is awesome. I discovered that reading on the bus was awesome for me way back in the day when I was just a 20-something and I had a bus pass and not a lot of things to do, lots of time on my hands. I found that I could just sit on the bus and it went from one end of the route to the other and back, and it actually went threefold its entire route one day, and I just read. And for some reason, the din of people on the bus was awesome for me. Let's maybe lift this guy a little bit. And let's put some wheels on us. In case we need to scoot. I'm gonna try to maybe move us while this is going. I won't worry about steering just yet, but we'll see. And then we'll take out some of this extra weight. But we'll fortify us in the middle, just so that it helps us out. Pop you on the ground. Now my flamethrowers aren't doing... Oh, my flamethrowers are kinda in a bad place. Okay, how about this? We're gonna put the wheels on the inside, because my flamethrowers are gonna cook this thing anyway. We might as well give it a sporting chance. Right? I forgot it was pinned. Even listen to white noise while reading, but I have a problem a lot with passionate readers have, where I naturally start to block out all sounds. So yeah, and I think white noise would work not too bad for me, but I think the idea that while I'm reading I could look up, take stock of what was going on in the bus, but then bury myself back into it, and having that option was great, but white noise is a little, and I say this because I sleep with white noise, but white noise is a little too specific, too static, like literal static. Okay, yeah, we have to release that guy pretty quick. So we have to go spacebar, T, P, J. Not terrible. No, I'm releasing the... It's not really getting in there. Where are all the knights that I have to kill? Like, I've killed a bunch of them. Like, and they're not really moving, but there's the two dudes up top. And most... I think we need to scrap this vehicle, guys. None of these folk are moving. So let's just make a little vehicle that goes around with a buzzsaw front and just see what sort of action we can do. And then I'll put a couple of various things on it, like crossbows, so I can hit the dudes up front. We're just gonna get like a small little thing going here. That rain is pretty cool. And then we'll make these ones even, we'll make them able to be motorized too. I just realized that it's not a steery. It's not steering, it's pivoting. That's really funny. So no, and let's get a steery guy out, and let's go rotate that way. So yeah, those are the people we're trying to kill, and they're just literally blowing their trumpets at me. But it's a kill all. Oh, which you can't do if you're just gonna run them off the map. know if this is gonna count. Z over this way. Yeah, so, sorry, Edmund. But so I'm thinking that we now also need to have... We now also need to have a way of getting the ones that are up in the tower. Yeah, that's a little not gonna work. So at this point, what we'll want is maybe something like this, something like this, and then go over to weapons, vacuum block, small torch, okay, remote grenade, like, you can't aim this, right? This is so fun. This is hilarious. Like, only one shot. Shoots if heated. Whoa, that's actually kind of neat. So if I get flamed on, we've got problems. So okay, well, we're not doing the spinning block of shooting things. What's our next best? Water cannons, maybe? Probably in the event that you've got a little too much going on. Whoops. With their flamethrowers. Lovely. That is the right way, right? Okay. I did like the flamethrowers on the ends of these. But they don't last very long. And then getting them up to the top. But like, yeah, you can literally just kind of get in here and be like, oh, and I'm actually above them right now. I didn't notice that before, but that's above their heads. Can you do the spinny block straight on here? Like, I think that's gonna burn my machine, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. And then, oh, mechanical. How did I change the direction of it before, though? There's something I did. Oh, there we go. Ah, okay, here we go. Here we go. We thought that we had the murder before when we had our flamey guy, but I have a feeling that that is a lot more. Oh, yes. Okay. Now we just need stability. Oh, yes. Well, like, okay, we're not really... Okay, yeah, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. This just isn't tall enough. It's not tall enough. Also, let's maybe extend this guy out. I like when you have a principle that works, and now you just need to make sure that you apply it a whole lot better. Right? What is that hitting, though? Like, when we start rolling, I think it's just falling apart. So let's grab some braces. right? Yeah. We'll just grab some braces here. Oh, actually, hold on. This guy. Yeah, he doesn't need to be there. Those braces, however, look really good. And then this side. Oh, yes. This is perfect, guys. And then we'll brace up the front. And I don't know if I can armor it while it's like that. But there. Don't break my stuff. Alright. More mechanics. See, what we're trying to do now is be able to reach the dudes that are further out. Right? So that is amazing. Sets me on fire, too. I kind of wish you could use metal bits. I don't think you can use metal bits. And so let's get... Beautiful. Can we get that guy up top, though? I don't feel like we can. There. Okay, so there. I think I got him. I don't think I managed to get the other guys. There's two that are up top that I'm not just 100% sure how to get. Possibly if I had made all of this 1 block taller so that it doesn't set my own vehicle on fire. Let's try it without... Oh, hi. Let's try it without... Just without those guys. Because, like... Yeah, there we go. But they're not currently on fire, right? The bison things are. And now I am. Shoot. The column of it is just fine, though. Oh, and I can still turn. I can still turn. Because the little, like, thingy there is working just fine. Put the whole thing on a decoupler and maybe I could throw them. So yeah, we can do okay to the dudes out front. But I'm not just sure about the rest of this. The spinning flamethrower of death was awesome, guys. But, like, it's almost as good as just this, if I could, you know. Because ultimately, taking this guy and this guy out are the two tough ones. I could probably make a small little vehicle that survives whatever mayhem that we get. But I'm not sure how to throw... Ooh. Naku. Hold on. That's not too bad. And then let's put... two like this. Oh, hey. Drills is a good idea. Drills was a really good idea. Let's drop a spinning block up top. And let's block it out by 2. All the way around. We'll still do the circle of fire. Anybody else singing Circle of Fire? Oh, I kind of wish that you could cross them. Hey! Maybe you cross them like this. Right? Okay. Okay, that's cool. Drills. Oh, no. Drills. And they just go. Oh, they just go. Okay, yeah. That's not the most stable of wheel sets that I've made. I'm curious if I want to make the front of this guy a lot more stable. It needed to support a lot more than it does right now. I like all that fortifying, though. That's really good. Let's do one more out this way. Oh, we'll do a 2 out this way. Those little trumpet stabs are hilarious. Little Dizzy Gillespies. And then let's put 2 drills. Right? And we should hopefully still be able to steer. Wow. Barely steer. Right. Oh, hold on. Back up. Go forward. Oh, yeah. Well, that was one of the tower dudes. Almost. Back up. Ah! And then the flamethrower went out. Okay. Not bad. This thing is just not stable. Also, the back drills are probably just causing a bunch of woe instead of a bunch of yeah. If you can't cause a bunch of yeah, what are you doing? Go. Perfect. Just to make sure that this thing isn't going to swing us off balance too much. How much can I steer? Like, my steering has been a lot wonky. In the hinges, you can do auto return to make turning a bit easier. So, wait, whoa. What? Zuzu, what are you talking about? That sounds lit. How do I... Because, like, I do the turn, and then it's all like, you know? Oh! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome in. I hope you've noticed the spinny helicopter of death. It's been kind of fun. Yeah? How do I do that with wheels? How do I do locomotion? Steering control. Manage, refresh. Oh, this looks pretty epic. Thank you. We've done a couple of things that involved using the spinnies for stuff. And my previous machine, we were throwing a bomb as well as the spiky balls, and we had to kind of aim it. It was okay. How do I set auto return? How do I... Is that maybe a settings? Because I know there's a lot of settings. 0G off? Whoa. Oh. Hey, stuff is like really responsive too in this. Use the wrench thing on the hinges when they're in places down to give you a thingy. So like, I do this guy. Oh. Zuzu with the knowledge bomb. Yeah, auto return. Oh, hi. Yeah, okay. You come over here. Oh, I'm getting excited. Hold on a sec. Auto return. So like, I can definitely use the wrench on other things. Oh, this just makes everything better. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm getting excited. How do I go back and around? Okay. Wrench. What else can we do? Auto brake. Okay, that's cool. Spinny guy. The speed? Oh. How can we not, right? That's really cool. That's really cool. And to be honest, isn't it more terrifying if it's not? Like, oh. We're not even excited about burning you alive. We're just gonna do it in a controlled manner. Okay. So then does that mean if I come into weaponry and I maybe put one of these guys on here and then use the wrench on it that I can do stuff? Flight duration, thrust, explosion color, charge. Change the key. Okay, wrench, officially favorite tool of the day. That is kind of lit. Like for example, the speed, the acceleration, forwards and reverse for the drill. Okay, so yeah, being able to look up a lot of cool stuff like that. I can make one of my wheels faster. I was kind of hoping, do you know, Zoo, how do I make these things so that they stay attached? Like, they fall every time, and I'm curious. I don't know if they're supposed to, but the way that they're not, and I think I tried bracing it to something. Right? And maybe that's it. But then, oh, that's how you do, like, maybe projectile thing. So, like, would I attach that to a decoupler? Maybe kind of a thing? What button am I pushing? Oh, I'm not in build mode. Okay. So I've always been kind of curious about about the reason why my rockets just fall, and if there's anything I can do about that. Oh. I like the dude just reading the script like he's mad at me. So we're approximately the right height for those guys. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Okay, I guess we'll just turn on the fire now. We're just turning on the fire now. The drills are gonna go and do their own thing. Oh, holy crap, if it jumped the wall and just kind of like wrecked out buddies that are up there. Can I steer them? Oh, I really can. Yeah, I can steer those. Do it, do it! Okay, he's wrecked. We have one more. Where is he? Where is he? Okay, they're both there. Can we steer them back? I don't think we can steer them back. There's the one dude left in his tower and that's it. Oh, that's very, very well done. Okay, also, we probably need to go and get this guy first. Right? I'm terrible at the steering of this, I just noticed. Can that get him? Okay, good. Good. Back up. Oh, he fell apart. Fortify and go back in. Seriously. I think it's all about the fortify, though. I think putting in your braces is really good. Can you go up? Okay. The rest of those guys are good. Okay. So, like, the whole thing is fairly braced. Maybe we drop some armor in. It doesn't get in the way of those guys? No. Yeah, okay. Don't wreck my stuff, guys. Right? Oh, that's kind of awesome. And then we'll get out these guys. No, okay. I was thinking that we'd be able to cover up the top parts of those. Amazing. So now... Sorry, dude, but you just had to go, right? Like, you knew that. I missed that, dude? The steering is janky for me. I think I have those things backwards. A little bit of fire. Backing up. Backing all the way up. I think we only have the one dude left. There's this dude. And then, oh, hold on. No, don't turn funny. You have a pair of really powerful drills on the front. Use them. I'm gonna point at the clock, and we've actually been trying the entire time. Ooh, look at the rest of it go. Wow, everybody. Wow. This is really cool. We're gonna take a look at whatever the next zone looks like. But ultimately... Oh, we might be able to do this one really quick. We have to kill the flock. I mean, do we currently have the most perfect machine or what? Guys, this was an awesome stream. And I was super glad to build a giant flamethrower that is currently designed to kill birds. For all y'all. This might have been where the original machine would have been perfect. Or maybe making a trebuchet of these. This was an awesome stream, guys. This was a lot of fun. Super glad to be able to entertain y'alls with the wonderful, wonderful world of Besieged. We'll be back to doing some normal games soon, but probably not, because this is hilarious. Do I need to worry about the top? I kind of need to be able to throw it straight up. That's amazing. We only managed to get, like, yeah, a small number of those birds. I'm not even sure what weapon is best for that. Like, you wouldn't want to throw saw blades at them, right? You wouldn't want to... I'm kind of picturing just literally a wall of fire that just sort of, like an angled wall, because they're pretty tall. Kill 90% of flock. Yeah, they're really tall up there. So if we even just kind of come out towards this way... Hey, that's not bad. But now what about the upper echelon, right? I don't know if there's even a good way to get myself up that high. Oh, then again. Hold on. I'm still loving it, right? So hold on. Let's do... Oh, we're a little too tall for that. We'd need to knock this guy down one notch. Right? And to do that... There we go. And then we can put in a spinner. And we can make another spinny unit. Oh, hi. There we go. Another spinning unit, only this time into the sky. So that'll be okay. Can we go an additional one out? We won't need the blades at the bottom, but it's fun looking. Right. So we'll kill both of those. And let's go see about putting in some flamethrowers. Oh, I don't need to be stingy. There we go. Fortify. You gotta fortify. Probably not all the way, though. Hold on. So just a few. Right? Guys, let's go cook some birds. Oh, I gotta steer me closer in there. That was okay. I don't know why I couldn't steer it. Hold on. Why is my steering so far off? Like it's... There we go. This was pretty darn good. I don't think we still managed to quite win, but it's doing not too shabbily. Only the one in the middle actually even survives after all of that. Yeah, I'm not just sure what this guy would need. Possibly a much bigger rotator. And that's as tall as it can go. You can tell we're at the top of the box. I can't make this thing any taller. But it's wonky. This thing does not want to... Oh, hi. This thing wants to fall apart. So I'm curious if we just strengthen it maybe like that. Now it just has to drive forward. Ooh, except for that. Yeah, okay. Now it's going to constantly turn. All right, I think that we got to call it tonight, guys. We can't get close enough to them this way. Oh, this was awesome, guys. This was a really fun night. Let's go hit our rating button. And let's go find somebody that is looking to have some good times. Right now we have the sound of birds and fire going. It's serene. It's serene. Excellent time, guys. Excellent time. We're past our midnight, though. 12:39 it is. Our 12:30 time, I should say, that we pass. So tomorrow night, we might actually be playing a bit more Besiege. This was a lot of fun. Then I take 2 nights off. And we come back for some Hollow Knight. I think Hollow Knight will be really cool. We're getting kind of far in that too. It's nice. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get really tough, and I'm gonna cry. And it's gonna be pretty cool. So 10 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be doing some more excellent fun. Who do we want to jump in on? We've got Binary Sage from our crew. He's playing some Barodroma. Barodroma? Good night, Naku. Good night. Crow doing Rocket League. Alpha Ruse. He's been gone for like a week? You know what? I kind of wouldn't mind bringing some love over to Ruse. It's been a little bit. I know that he took a bit of time off. Everybody needs a little bit of time, right? So we're going to jump in on our buddy Alpha Ruse. He's playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He often does first-person shooters and team-based. He likes to do viewer nights. So we're going to bring in some amazing Alpha Ruse raid. Everybody, I hope you had fun. I hope this was a lit night for you. It was really good. We finished Bioshock 2, so it was good to get something that wasn't full of story tonight. But next week, next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be doing up some Far Cry 4. I think that's going to be awesome. I'm also, spoiler-free if you can help it, I've done no looking into Far Cry 4. So I think it's going to be nice to go in completely blind. Let's go bring... Oh, Ruse got all shaved? Oh, let's bring Ruse some love. He's got a baby face going tonight, and we got to bug him about that. Guys, thanks again. Thanks for keeping the fun. Look at this. We got Naku with the raid. We got Zuzu with the follow. This has just been a good night. You people are lit. Thanks for letting me entertain you. Enjoy.